So head out this door, we'll walk over the bridge, and then we'll find the local buses. The perfect timing, this is a bus we need.
Yeah, it's only a couple of kilometres into Larnaca from the airport, so it's a great place to arrive and get into town. I think it's only a couple of euros to get on the bus. They go about every half an hour apparently during the day. Great way to get into the city. Welcome to the island of Cyprus.
Birthplace of Aphrodite, the goddess of love, and halloumi cheese. But oh, this fascinating island has so much more to offer than that. To be perfectly honest, we did not know much about Cyprus until we started planning our trip here. And oh, the history is unbelievable.
Let's introduce first where we are. We are in the eastern Mediterranean Sea, tucked up very close to Turkey and also to Lebanon to the east of us.
And that's probably why Cyprus was so desirable to so many different civilizations, because it's been ruled over by the Mycenaeans, I think, in the beginning, and there were the Phoenicians, there were the Venetians, there were the Persians. There's no particular order.
And this explains the thousands of years of history of different changing hands. But then came the Ottoman Empire for about 300 years, which explains the huge Turkish presence on the island. After the Ottomans came the British from 1870, I think, through to 1960. So there was a British influence on the island, and there still is two enclaves now, Akrotiri and Dhekelia, British sovereign army bases on the island.
And it's also why so many of the signs are still in English, and the majority of the population, especially the older people, speak English.
So after independence there was trouble, because there was the island split into two halves really, the Greek speaking part of the island and the Turkish speaking part of the island, and they struggled for power.
Yes, we're definitely not experts on the history of Cyprus. We only know what we've read and what we've seen, etc. But so from what we can gather, independence was 1960. And in 1974, after the Greek population were aiming more towards reuniting with Greece, there was an invasion by Turkey.
Yeah, in 1974 the Turkish invaded, the island was split into two, the United Nations got involved and drew a line across the island, the Green Line.
Yeah.
And
so named by the fact that it was used by a green biro, and it's still called that today, it was just drawn across, and yeah, that's where the Green Line comes from.
So the bottom 2/3 of the island now is Greek Cyprus, and the top third of the island in the northeast is the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. Now this is only recognised by Turkey on the international scene. The rest of the world doesn't recognise it. So now we have a divided country in two parts, the Turkish speaking and the Greek speaking.
Yes, and apparently for years they were separated completely from each other, but then in
2008,
yes, they opened the border, and so it can now cross between Greek and Turkish Cyprus.
Yeah. And
that is something we're going to be doing later on in this series, because we're going to be spending half of our time in Greek Cyprus and the other half in Turkish Cyprus. So make sure you keep watching to see our experiences on both sides of the divide. But today we're going to explore Larnaca, so come along with us to explore this fascinating ancient city. So here we have loads of fresh juice bars. This place here, smoothies, $3.50 for a regular, $4 for a large. You come along, here's a cafe, and the menu. Espresso from $1.80, that's pretty good. Cappuccino from €3. Do seem really into their lovely healthy smoothie things. The fashion in Cyprus at the moment.
leather jackets this way.
So if you're looking for bottled water, here for example, 6 bottles for €2.50.
That's actually really very good. Or you can eat pizza for $7.50. I know it's naughty.
So one thing I've noticed about Larnaca is that shisha is really popular, and they've got it here for €12. So this fascinating building is actually a museum, open Monday to Friday, free admission. So here at the LARNACA Marina, you can see they've got boat trips. Sunset cruise, €15 only, welcome drink included. And there's a LARNACA Bay cruise, hello.
Hey.
And that's €15 as well. Oh wow, and that is what the boat looks like. So this monument marks the spot where Armenian refugees fleeing persecution during the genocide of 1915 first landed in Cyprus. It represents the gratitude of the Armenian nation towards the people of Cyprus for their assistance and generosity to those refugees, and stands in memory of the countless victims of the Armenian genocide. So we have a message in English, Turkish, Armenian, and in Greek.
We're now going to walk down Finikoudis Boulevard, which is the main promenade that follows the beach along the front of Larnaca. It's where the main airport for Cyprus is, so a lot of people come here. They do pass through to other tourist resorts, but it is still a touristy town in itself, and this is where the tourists go. If you want to travel to the rest of the island of Cyprus from Larnaca, this is where you come, ground zero. On Finikoudis Avenue, just by the marina, you have got a kiosk here. And this is the main bus stop for buses leaving to other places. You can go to Nicosia, you can go to Paphos, you can go to Limousis, you can go to Ayia Napa. Down here, there's a timetable up here, which is brilliant. It shows all the bus departures time, and they're every sort of half an hour and even less to Nicosia and to the other destinations. It even gives you the prices of the buses. So our bus will be €4 to go to Nicosia, €4 to go to Ayia Napa.
But we're actually going to go on a day trip, and so that'll be €7.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So brilliant information and an easy place to jump on the buses and go to other places. And the Larnaca airport bus also leaves from here as well, €2.40 to go to the airport.
€4 in the evening, and it's bus number 425. There's an interesting area. I don't know if it's some sort of stage performance area. Because it's a Sunday, there's like a sports match going on over here. So this is Finikoudis Beach. Look at the sky. Poor Lee, all he wanted.
Apparently, Cyprus is supposed to be one of the sunniest destinations in Europe. And I don't know what it is, but whenever I go to a place like that, it's a day the clouds come over. What have I done? It's a nice swim, I quite enjoyed that. The water temperature is lovely compared to being in Portugal and the Atlantic. The Mediterranean is a lot warmer. It slopes off really shallow, so you have to walk out a long way and you're only knee deep. But that's great for children and families. It's pretty safe, the lifeguards around here are very clean. I'm impressed.
So if you don't want to get changed on the beach, come this way. And also, they've got WCs. I'm going to check out and see how much they cost. I'm very impressed with the toilets here. Free. Remember, don't throw paper in the loo. Don't use the sinks for washing your feet. But lovely and clean. Baby changing tables. This is brilliant. Such a bonus. Well done, Larnaca. Another example of prices. Cappuccino, €3. Freddo Espresso. Apparently that's one of the famous drinks here on Cyprus. So I'm dying to try it. This lovely marble statue, not too sure what it's about, something to do with a gift from the city of Venice, we're guessing. Along this way, we've got a promenade before coming over here, wow, to the fort.
There's something about a palm tree lined boulevard that makes you feel like you're on a holiday. It's great.
So entry into the Larnaca Fort is €2.50 per person. I'd like to say a big thank you to Julie Eggleton because of used your buy me a coffee money to pay for entry into this fascinating piece of history.
Thanks very much, Julie.
So the Larnaca Fort, also known as Larnaca Castle, was built in the 14th century by King James I of Cyprus, and that was during the Lusinian period. Fascinating period of history. And it was taken by the Ottomans and rebuilt in the early 17th century, and then was later used by the British as a prison during the time they controlled the island. This was the area used as a prison up until 1948, and where the British executed their prisoners. 4th to 7th century AD. So here's a fascinating collection of medieval tombstones. They're very weathered, but if you look closely, you can actually make out the images. I'm not too sure which language this is. And then we have Arabic from the Ottomans. Time now to go up to the ramparts. So a brilliant view from up here on the ramparts at LARNACA Fort. You can see behind us, we've got Finicuta's Beach, Finicuta's Promenade or Avenue, and then over to the left, our next port of call is the Grand Mosque. So behind me is the Grand Mosque. Now this was built in the 16th century as the Latin Holy Cross Church. It was converted to a mosque by the Ottomans, and then it was remodeled in the early 19th century.
You can see by this side it was a church, by the fan vaulting here.
So as per any mosque, men shouldn't wear shorts, women have to cover up, and make sure you check the opening hours as well. So behind me is the Church of St. Lazarus, the Agios Lazarus. Now it's absolutely beautiful. It's a Byzantine church built in the 9th century. It's been remodeled extensively over the years, of course. The tower, for example, was added in 1857. But inside, oh, it's just this feast of like Greek Orthodox sumptuousness with all the gold gilt and the wood and the brass. It's absolutely beautiful, the icons, etc. Well worth a visit. If you come to Cyprus, if you come to Larnaca, make sure you pay a trip here to the St. Lazarus Church, the Agios Lazarus. So as per most like Orthodox Byzantine churches, you must dress modestly. The other great thing is they supply these to wrap around either your waist or your shoulders. So just behind the Agios Lazarus Church is the Byzantine Museum. Admission is only €1. Got an interesting mixture of like ruined looking buildings, but then lovely buildings as well in this part of Larnaca. It's another lovely building. It's the Zahuri Teke. It's closed at the moment for renovation works, but looks stunning. I'm not too sure what the square is, but it's really pretty. It's at Larnaca 2030. Come around, some restaurants, cafes, kids having fun. Brilliant.
Tahini, sweet paprika, gyro sauce, and mustard mayo.
Oh my word. Thank you so much, because I asked so many questions about them, and this is so delicious. Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Wow.
So the food has come here at souvlaki.gr, and Mandy is going to talk us through it.
Yep. So we've got the special platter. It's €24.50 for 2 people. We've got 2 pork skewers, 2 chicken skewers, 2 chicken and bacon skewers, 2 slices of halloumi, 2 kebabs, and it's supposed to be 4 sauces, but oh, they're so lovely. Look what they've given us instead. So,
I think this is going to be quite substantial for the two of us.
oh, definitely. Oh, and the great thing, it comes with French fries, salad, and this pizza here under the skewers. So, wow, this is absolutely delicious. Like, I'm loving all of it. The kebabs are amazing. And the halloumi, just remember, halloumi comes from Cyprus. This is where it's invented. And my first taste of Cyprus halloumi.
Bring your wife.
There's just something about that flavor, and it's delicious. It's so good. Everything else is amazing. Just remember, you normally only get 2 sauces. These are homemade as well, made here at the restaurant. We've been given extra samples just to like try them, so we can tell you which is our favorite. And mine is the tzatziki. So Lee really likes the tahini and the paprika. They're his 2 favorites. And all of them, apart from the tahini, are made here at the restaurant.
So how was your souvlaki grill experience, Mandy?
It was unbelievable. Like, look at this. The plates are completely empty, and I'm having some lemon to like finish it off. Because man, the Cypriot lemons are delicious as well. Wonderful. So recommend this place. Oh my word, that was absolutely delicious. We had the special platter for $24.50. It was so good. The staff were all so friendly and lovely, and everything was wonderful. Hello. How do you say hello in Cypriot Greek?
In Cypriot, how do we say hello in Cypriot?
Yes,
Yasas.
Yasas?
Yes.
And how do you say thank you?
Efcharisto.
Efharisto. And how do you say that was delicious?
Nostimo, polinostimo.
Polinestimo.
Okay, because it was. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I'm so pleased. The mosque is open now, so I've got my coverings on and I'll go inside. I won't be able to film, but I just really want to see what it looks like because it's so beautiful from the outside.
We came to the Grand Mosque and I have met Hamid Ali from Pakistan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, sir.
Yeah, and it's really nice to meet someone from Pakistan because we're planning to go there later this year. So, Hamid, like, where is a good place for me to go in Pakistan?
All around Pakistan is a good place, especially in northern area. It's very good, and especially the weather. Over the people are very hospitality people, and if you come to because I belong to a Gujranwala, is Gujranwala good for as a if you like to taste something else, you should go Gujranwala.
Okay.
And as I know, you know, around the world people know famous biryani you can get from Karachi. Karachi is a very good city.
I was going to ask about food.
And down at the waterfront, a very poignant monument, memorial. It's reminding us about the fight of the Ukrainians. Still going on. Down here at the waterfront, we have a statue of Kition.
So here's a quick room tour to show you the cheapest place available on booking.com for Larnaca. We always tend to go for one of the cheaper ones. This was only €24 a night for an apartment, which is really pretty good, I think. We'll put a link in the description below. It's only called Studio Apartment. It doesn't have another name in booking.com, and it is a reasonable size apartment. We have got a bathroom here, shower and toilet. A little kitchen area. They gave us water, which is really good. Microwave, all the stuff that you need for a kitchen, including a fridge and a cooker. And then through to another area with a large TV and a double bed. We didn't use this one. There's a washing machine which didn't work. Never mind, we survived without that. And then like a little lounge area. So it's like a studio, I suppose. There's 2 beds, so we use this bed. There's another television, and then out to a lovely little terrace where Mandy's sitting down, admiring the view over Harry's in there. Luckily that wasn't open.
Yeah, we thought the bar was going to be like really noisy, but Larnaca was like a major party place. But maybe at this time of the year, Larnaca's quite quiet.
Yeah. So all in all, pretty good place to stay. We'd definitely come back here, wouldn't we?
In a flash, like for the facilities, it was so cool having a fridge. We had to make our own breakfast, our own coffees.
And we're a short walk, about a 5-minute walk down to the waterfront Finakudis Boulevard there, which is a great place to be. And we've come around to the promenade to end this video right here because it's a nice space. Hey, Mandy.
Yeah, and we've had such a wonderful first day in Larnaca. This city's amazing. It's just so much, I don't know, nicer than I expected.
We're
brilliant.
Really impressed so far. So we're looking forward to seeing the rest of Cyprus. There's going to be a lot more videos coming from here.
Yeah, so keep watching and we'll see you in the next one.
See you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.